none of our lives can matter more than this mission.
I don't accept that.
Ethan Hunt is back. The 7th installment of the Mission Impossible franchise, Dead Reckoning Part 1, sees the super spy and his team of IMF agents embarking upon their most dangerous job yet. Veteran of the film series Simon Pegg discussed how the movies continue to find ways to thrill both the stars and audiences.
It's been 17 years for me, you know, and I remember very clearly the first time I met Tom when he walked out onto set. I was already in costume and ready to go, and him and Ving came out of this room, and it was surreal, you know, because it was Tom, and I feel like I've come such a long way since that first sort of fateful meeting, and over the years, you know, we've been in the trenches of making this movie together, and you know, there's a real bond there, and it helps that those relationships are in place and that we have a kind of shorthand that we can abide by. But the movies don't get easier to make; they get harder, and that's because Tom and McHugh always just up the ante every time, and so it's not like we just have to do it again. We have to do it again from scratch in a completely new, more ambitious way. So, you know, that adds to it, though. There always has to be a Mission Impossible running alongside the Mission Impossible.
People are chasing us.
Yes, they are. You're driving.
One of the ways they raised the stakes in Dead Reckoning Part 1 was by filming a car chase on the streets of Rome. Newcomer to the franchise Hayley Atwell opened up about filming the scene while, oh yeah, being handcuffed to Tom Cruise.
I'm drifting. That's real. I'm sometimes in the passenger seat, sometimes I'm behind the wheel. Tom and I are really handcuffed together, and we together, you know, you can see it. A lot of it is in a two-shot between myself and Tom. We're not cutting from one person to the next because one had a better take over the other at different times. We were fully engaged with each other and present in a high-intensity environment. And there lies the connection and the chemistry between them both. The camera's kind of going, look, guys, they belong as a team working together, but they just don't know it yet. And she certainly doesn't want it. And he's like, she's exasperating, you know, and for him to handcuff himself to her, an attempt to kind of make her stand still for one moment, is so funny because I think he regrets it pretty quickly. And there's more danger probably inside the car for him than there is outside. So, you know, it's so delightful that you can add elements of characterization and humor in a car chase sequence that's that big.
Tom and Hayley were being pursued by another addition to the cast, Klementieff. The Guardians of the Galaxy alum talked about what it was like to play a villain in the film.
It was so much fun. It was amazing to get to work with Christopher McQuarrie and really create a character together. It was a full collaboration with Christopher McQuarrie, Tom Cruise, and also the costume designer, Jill Taylor, and also the hair and makeup artists. And, you know, we really worked in sync and created a character that I think that was really different from all the other female characters as well. You know, there was a side of her that is more punk in some way and a rebel, and just, you know, she's like a lone wolf, you know, in some ways. She's hunting Ethan Hunt like a tiger, you know? So that was really fun to do, and also I had a lot of fun shooting the scenes. I was trying to not smile and laugh too much, you know? But I thought it was fun to play this insanity, you know?
When he's not being chased around Rome, Tom Cruise is known for being an amazing gift giver. Hayley, Pom, and Simon all raved about the star's incredible generosity.
He gives very thoughtful gifts. You're very simple, very elegant, beautiful sentiment. He'll hear you talk about things that you like or you're into, and then you kind of, you know, when your birthday comes around, it's the thing that you've mentioned in passing. And, you know, there's a level of care there that I think that he demonstrates with everyone that he works with such a sort of a sweetness. You know, there's a real purity to him.
He's the most generous. He makes the most thoughtful and beautiful gifts. Yes, I'm on the list for the cake for Christmas, and it's delicious. I freeze it and then I eat it frozen, so I just eat it every day. That's what I did last year for Christmas. I started it when I got it and I ate it every morning, so I had a sugar rush. It was not good for my health, but it was delicious.
He's so generous, you know, he's genuinely generous, and he'll always do stuff for us as a cast. We've been go-karting and zip lining and shark diving, filming somewhere near some you know, coastal waters where there were sharks, and we had the afternoon off, and we all jumped. So it's such a Tom Cruise thing. We've been filming in a helicopter, and he flew us in the helicopter to this place where you could go into a cage and like feed sharks, and it was one of those days that we got to the end of the day and we were like, that was a real Tom Cruise kind of day, you know? And but he can get stuff done. He can just call the shark place and say, hey, it's Tom Cruise, can I come and do a thing? And they're like, yeah, okay, sure. It helps to be Tom Cruise.
For more with the cast of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, pick up this week's issue of People on newsstands Friday.